Come and set me free. Come and set me free. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free. Give me what I need. Come and set me free, 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 free. Come and set me free. Give me what I need.
Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you. In the blackened eyes, make my way into your mind. Just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
never thought I'd believe in miracles. You made me realize that you're the only one. Don't need to tell me what the future holds. Oh, I'll be fine, 'cause we'll be laying in the sun. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away, and we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. Don't need to make plans, it's all in your hands. I'm too busy, I'm spending all my time with you. Driving through the states, don't know what awaits. It don't matter, I'm spending all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you. Oh, I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you. I've seen your smile light up the darkest rooms. I'll put your love on top, 'cause I know you will too. You get more beautiful like flowers bloom. I've never felt this yet, it feels like deja vu. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away, and we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. So you can let your hair down. I'll hide all of your worries away, and we don't have to go now. I wish I could live this life on replay. Don't need to make plans, it's all in your hands. I'm too busy, I'm spending all my time with you. Driving through the states, don't know what awaits. It don't matter, I'm spending all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you. I'm spending all my time. I'm spending all my time with you.
You're just like the bad girl. 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 In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, she'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. You're just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, she'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad girl, laying on your chest. Let her go out with it, go up and down with it. Girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You're just like the girl, is the best. Go out with it, up and down with it. You're just like the bad girl. You're just like the bad girl. I get addicted to the wrong things. You come along searching for one thing. One needed you and then I'm out here feeling alive. I'm out here feeling alive. You're just like the bad girl. You're just like the bad girl. You're just like the bad girl. In me, she's the best. Easy with the sad girl, she'll put you to the test. Now she's just a mad in the class. It's as if you're not a believer. Off my views, that's on you. Better shape up and pay your dues. Off my views, that's on you. I'll be on a flight soon to Vienna singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda, how do you do? Better than in my own medicine for you. Never gonna make them think I'll stand there. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all let loose. Don't mind if I do. Free as the wind and as strong as a piece of amber. Give me a breath like the fire you'll soon remember. Ooh. I'll be on a fleet soon to the end. I'm singing, ooh. Gotta know all this propaganda, how do you do? For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all let loose. Don't mind if I do. For all the things that I've said, pushing me closer to the edge. Hand like John, all let loose. Don't mind if I do.
I've been in and out my mind since I hit your phone. I've been counting up the times that I did you wrong. I just want you by my side when I get real gone. Feel it's been a little while since we got along, yeah. We've been playing stupid games, the situation rotates. And they say communication, safe relations, okay. Medicated how I'm patient, wasting time ain't the way. Cause I can see it on your face. I've been tossing, turning, staying up all night long. I've been calling, yearning, wondering what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, and let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now? Okay, now hold up. Let me get something right off my chest. I've been meaning to read into it, time to put it to rest. Is it stress? Is it that I ain't answer your text? Don't you treat it like amnesia, you know I always forget. Stirring the pot real hot, watch how the plot thickens. Around the clock, tick tock, need more than 20 seconds to get your attention before it's on to the next thing. And I'm over here again wondering, can I hold ya, hear your truth, pull you closer, talk it through?
Girl, you know that I'm the one that you can come and complain to. Your silhouette's amazing, but your brain is a maze too.
So can you help me find my way while I find something to say?
I know the arguing just augments everything going both ways, but baby, I can see it.
told you what I did wrong. I could tell by your eyes you got something to hide. So open your mind up, let me inside, let's make it right. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? 'Cause I keep trying to figure it out. Oh no, oh no. Tell me, baby, what's the problem? I'm only picking up what you're putting down. You'll be tripping, I don't know what about. So what's the problem right now?
I didn't wanna see you when you came home, 'cause you always try to hurt me and that's so low. When I talk to you about it, you're in defense mode. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. How can we work on ourselves when you say no? Whoa, oh, oh, oh. I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up? Yeah, I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard to pull me in. I'll never go on like this, so don't you think you got me up? Yeah, I can't seem to deal with this. You try so hard.
I gotta feel it. You don't mean it. Why you sad right now? I gotta feel it. Gotta feel it. There's something about your eyes. Gotta feel it. I don't mean it. Every time you hurt me, it makes me feel alright. Every time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean it. Every time you hurt me, it makes me feel alright. Every time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean it. Gotta feel it, I don't mean it. Every time you
All right, welcome back to the ECPI Rams channel. Tonight, we are going to be streaming some League of Legends. My name is Coach James, head coach of the ECPI Rams, and we will be streaming our ECAC 2024 spring season. But before all that, did you know that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can link it to your Twitch channel, link it to your Twitch account, and get a free subscription to any Twitch.tv channel? So that's pretty cool. And if you are willing to do that for us and push the subscribe button on the Rams channel with your free subscription, all proceeds go to the ECPI Rams program and esports program. Tonight, I'm joined by an ex-player, Purely. Purely, welcome. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing great, Coach. Thanks so much for having me on again tonight. Like you said, my name is Purely, and I am a former member of the ECPI Rams League of Legends team, and it's my pleasure to be here. But before we get into the action, we're going to take a quick minute to thank ECPI University Rams sponsors, HP Omen and Game Fuel, with this quick video.
Everybody go say hi. Let him know he's on front page.
All right, welcome back to tonight's League of Legends stream. Our ECPI Rams blue team, or sorry, Cerulean team, will be facing the State University of New York Plattsburgh Cardinals, or Suny for short. Now, if you're a current student at ECPI and would like to try out for the Rams, please go to ecpi.edu/esports/tryouts. We should really get like one of those banners going across the screen next time. But you can follow those 6 easy steps and schedule your tryout today.
Thanks, Coach. We have 5 ECPI players taking the field today. First up, we have Payne Remains. He's a newcomer to the Rams, and he's been known to play some tank top laners. He's studying for his Associates of Science in Cybersecurity.
Next up, we have our jungler, Viper, a returning veteran player whom I personally played along with in the past. Viper has been known to play some extremely aggressive junglers, which is my favorite role because I just get to relax and farm my camps. But he is going for the Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity.
Yep, and next up we have Grim. He once the starting support player. He's now trying his hand at mid lane, and he is pursuing his associates in mechatronics.
And then in the bot lane, we have Wannabe. Oh, sorry, Wannabe there. Wannabe for short. He's our returning ADC from last season. Look for him for some explosive plays in the bot lane. He's going for the Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity.
And last but certainly not least, we've got our support, Hunsey. Hunsey is making his debut tonight in the support role, and he's pursuing a bachelor's in cybersecurity.
Okay, all right. Well, that's the 5 starters. We have some other subs, but for right now, those are our 5 guys going in. Purely, how are you feeling about tonight's matchup?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited to see a couple, obviously we've had a couple players shift around, some different positions. We're gonna have to see how that works out. I was really curious to see too, the last game that they played. There's definitely plenty of room for improvement, but I definitely could see, the gear starting to turn in the last game that I had the pleasure of casting, and I'm looking forward to see the improvements here tonight.
So we actually did not get to stream their current or their latest game, but it was very explosive. They went to the best of 3. They went to game 3, and it was like a 45-minute game, and they ended up securing that win, making them 2-2 in the season.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think the secret is unlocking Viper, man. When he's hot, he looks unstoppable on the Rift. I mean, obviously we're talking about it. This is the player that I've played with before. I've played with a couple of the other guys as well, but Viper I have the most experience with. And when he's on a roll, like there's no stopping this man. He will just snowball you to death. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to watching the whole team tonight, especially some of the newer guys that I haven't gotten to see play yet.
Yeah, we had a few hiccups with the these starting five is, college things where people drop courses and you gotta sub people in. So we had a we put Grim in the mid lane because he's kind of been our rock in the support role, and he can help balance Viper out in his explosiveness. But Huntsy has actually been a sub for a while, and I'm excited to get to see him actually play some League of Legends tonight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, there's not much you can say, but both teams purely, by the way, I don't know if you know, we're in a round robin.
oh,
But
okay.
both teams, I believe, are 2-2 in the season.
Yeah, I was talking to Jordan from the other roster a little bit about how the season was going so far. And I think he was mentioning that from last season, you guys, the at least I know the Crimson team got placed in like a much higher division than like their average rank because of some players that shifted around mid-season or whatnot. And so it was pretty difficult. But now that they've sort of, they're feeling a lot more comfortable this season playing against more similarly matched opponents. So
Yeah, like you said, the Crimson team, they got, I mean, they got a lesson last season. It was a rough season. I think they went 1-6 or 2-5 or something like that. It was hard, and they were playing against like Master Plus teams. This season, they get the pleasure of being one of the higher teams and playing against people of the similar skill level. So I think it only helped them prepare for this season, even though it was a high stress season last season.
yeah, and if anything, right, that makes every victory and every loss that much more like rewarding, or also like, hold on a second, guys, you know what I mean? Because when you know every game is winnable, that's when it feels like, it's hard to sort of keep that mentality up when you're going into a game and you're like, okay, these guys are all better than us, you know what I mean? It's like we stand little to no chance in this game. I mean, obviously you got to play it out, you got to fight your hardest, but as the season progresses, right, you sort of start to get discouraged. But when every game is an absolute fist fight, right? It's a brawl. That makes it that much more sweet when you're able to pull out a win. So
I couldn't agree more with you. And every loss, it's just like, oh well,
it's like, oh,
we knew they were going to be hard, a better team. So like if we can just take lessons away from what we learned tonight, we'll be a better team going in next week. Oh, it's hard. But it is hard to watch when the Rams get slaughtered on the Rift sometimes.
oh, for sure. And it's definitely too, like sometimes I catch myself, I don't want to be overcritical, right, of the Rams, but and I'm sure you can attest to this as a coach, but it's sometimes you can see all the pieces there, right? Like all the pieces that you need are there. It's just, it doesn't quite come together how you sort of envision. When you put a draft together or when you come up with a game plan, right? A course of action, you might have even gone over it with the team, but then sometimes it just doesn't click, right? Right in the middle of the game, when the pressure is up, sometimes things fall through the cracks. So I completely can understand, sometimes it might sound like we're being critical. We don't mean to be, it's just, it's all from a place of love. Me and coach have both been on the Rift before. We know how crazy it can get sometimes. So
And I know from experience playing with these guys that I know what needs to be done. And as a player, I am not as good as most of these people on the Rift. So, including yourself, purely, I'm just not the League of Legends player I once was. So while I'm being critical, it's just like, dang, I've been in their shoes, and I know these guys could probably wipe the floor with me anyway. But it's
well,
rough.
and especially these guys that have been around for a long time, whether you're, a starter or on the sub, on the sub lineup, it's the fact that they keep coming back season after season just is a testament to their dedication and the fact that they're willing to put in the work, to improve and to head into another season. Like we're talking about with the Crimson team, right? It's hard coming off a 1-6, season or whatever, and you gotta pick yourself up by your bootstraps and get to it next season. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to all the League of Legends actions for the rest of the season.
And there will be more because we're going far. I don't know how well each team was going to do, but I know the Crimson team is at least going to playoffs. This team, however, the Cerulean team is fighting tooth and nail to be able to make it. And this is one of those games tonight that is going to either be a detriment or boost them into those playoff spots. Being 2-2, you need to get a positive win record to get into playoffs, and this is one of those nights.
Absolutely. I mean, the games that are the closest are the ones that you have to make count if you want to be able to make it into the playoffs. So,
Right. I mean, we shall see the Suny. I don't know what their actual
the Cardinals.
the Cardinals. Thank you. That's right. That's right there. The Suny Cardinals. I know they are all. This is one of those weird collegiate things where you have, two Emerald players on one team, and then everybody else is a little bit lower rank. But that is also the case on the Rams. We have, two Emerald players, and then three other lower rank players. It's just kind of how it goes in collegiate.
Sounds
So
like my average rank game, coach.
true, true, but it's a little bit more organized, and hopefully the Rams are able to, bring those low ranked players up by their bootstraps and just like, hey, it's your time to shine, your time to carry. All right. Well, it looks like the players are getting into the lobby, but they are trying to figure out some technicalities. So while we wait, we'll be right back. We're just going to play the ECPI Rams waiting logo screen, but don't go anywhere. As soon as the draft starts, we'll be streaming that. But we'll look forward to seeing you guys when that gets going.
I gotta feel it. You don't mean it. Why you sad right now? I gotta feel it. Gotta feel it. There's something about your eyes. Gotta feel it. I don't mean it. Every time you hurt me, it makes me feel alive. Every time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean Every time you hurt me, it makes me feel alright. Every time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. Gotta feel it, I don't mean it. I don't mean it. I don't. Every time you hurt me, it makes me feel alright. Every time you say you love me, there's something about your eyes. I gotta feel it, I don't mean it. Give it time. I know that I'm not easy. This cold heart of mine, she really took a beating before you. You stuck through blizzards, winter nights with you. Now I'm blooming just for you. For you, there's nothing I wouldn't do. For you, there's nothing I wouldn't do. For you, there's nothing I wouldn't do. For you, there's nothing I wouldn't I wouldn't do for you. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. For you. For you. For you. Nunca tuve la duda de que tú eras para mí. No dudé ni un segundo desde el día que yo te vi. Y era de noche y te perdí en la oscuridad. Y asomo por la puerta a ver si llega. Y es que la vía me va a quitar. Yo te vi, tú eras para mí, ay, desde que yo te vi.
Why you're always trying so hard to make me surrender? Why you're always in my face? Do you really think it's over? 'Cause I've been kicked when I'm so down, too much until it's numb. And there's nobody can steal my fire. Nobody can steal my soul. Nobody can steal my soul. Nobody can steal my fire. Nobody can steal my soul. Nobody can steal my soul. Now the sword is in my hands. I'm holding on for dear life. If you try to take it away from me, I hope you're up for a fight. 'Cause I've been kicked when I'm so down, too much until it's numb. And there's nobody can steal my fire. Nobody can steal my soul.
All right, welcome back. Players are finally in the lobby, and we're getting ready to get into the draft scene. Believe they're already going. Can we pull that up real quick? Oh, it's up. All right, there we go.
We're in.
We're in. All right. So it looks like a Poppy ban and a Renekton ban already coming through.
Yeah, so something I always bring up when it comes to drafts, and actually it's great that we have the draft up. The last couple times I've had the chance to cast, we haven't had the draft, but um, typically players, and this happens in not just league, but especially in league, they go and check everyone's individual profiles, like see what champions they main, if they have a couple of champions they play a ton of games on, and you're typically going to see targeted bans. So the meta, I mean, does influence it to some degree, what's strong, what's not strong, what's being played in pro, things like that. But typically, in at least, collegiate up to like probably the highest level, maybe at the very highest level, it's more meta influence, but you're going to see more targeted bans at this level of play. So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, those are actually pretty good bans from ECPI and actually from Suny. I believe besides Renekton, I believe all those champs are pretty strong this patch. But I'm 100% sure that these are target bans from both teams.
yeah, I'm not actually surprised really by any of these, especially none from the Rams. All three of those champs, incredibly, meta defining champs right now. We're gonna see the first pick Garen just slammed in. Actually, interesting to see the Cassante ban because Garen's actually typically just like a vacuum counter to Cassante because Cassante presses R, goes to half health, while Garen loves the lower health you get because his R will just execute you once you get to a certain point. But the Cho'Gath instantly in response from Suny is and Gnar. Oh, okay. So this
Okay.
Cho'Gath is a multi-flex probably.
Yeah.
Um,
It could
but
go jungle, top, mid
yeah,
even. I've even seen an 80 carry with our team
yeah.
once.
Yeah, so it's actually pretty popular with Senna, but of course the Rams taking Senna off in their 1-2-3 band, so probably won't see it support and most likely go mid if I had to guess. But honestly, who knows? I don't know the Sunni team at all. We'll have to see what they're cooking up. Looks like it's going to be a Jinx lock in for the Rams B2
Okay.
here.
That makes more sense. Just kind of picking the 80 carry, setting
Yep.
the tone. But yeah, I think it's going to be Gnar top. I
Yeah.
don't see it going much anywhere else.
Yeah,
But
Nar a lot less flex potential. He struggles in, I mean, you could, I guess, play him mid hypothetically, but he struggles a lot more in mid against, mages and things like that than he does in top lane. That's the nice thing about him top is if you're playing into a melee matchup, you have a little bit more bully power in that lane. But Morgana here for the Rams, R3. I
not
actually
a
like it. It's not bad into Cho'Gath. If you're quick with that black shield, Cho'Gath knockup is one of the most annoying. It's such a low cooldown too at max rank. You can constantly just fish. It's such a wide radius with it. You constantly just be looking to, if you hit someone with a knockup, they're almost guaranteed dead, especially if it's one of the squishy champions. So I do like the Morgana and the Swain response from Suny. So that's going to round out our 1-2-3 for both teams. Um,
it's kind
again,
of
we don't.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
it's kind of interesting though because you see the mid well, I say you see the mid lane. It could be Swain ADC also. So
Yeah,
it it's hard. Yeah. I mean, but this team from SUNY is very tanky. And we're gonna see. I know Wannabe played Jinx against a Nudier a few games ago
yeah.
and got rolled because he didn't build LDR third item. So I hope he's learned his lesson this time around. LDR is going to be a key item this game, I think.
Yeah, and I actually like this ban a lot from the Rams. I think at this point, if I'm like looking at Sunni's draft, I'd say, like you said, coach, they're very tanky, but that typically that comes with being low damage. And right now they're very because they're so tanky, they don't have a lot of, damage just in general to be able to shred through like a Garen or anyone else that's going to be tankier for the Rams. So I would just be targeting probably 80, high damage threats here. Viego is good. I wouldn't even hate like maybe a flexible 80 carry ban here, like maybe Tristana. I don't know if Sunny plays it at all, but that's one that if I were to see the draft going in this direction, that would be something I would like lean towards. Just because if you don't have like some consistent damage here for Suny, the Jinx, the later the game goes, this Jinx is just going to be able to free hit, and as long as she's protected and is able to play at range, I wouldn't be too worried about the Gnar AD damage right now. So you can just stack some MR against this Swain, against this Cho'Gath. I mean, you always have to be careful as a squishy against Cho'Gath, but so far I like what we're seeing so far.
It's going to be interesting because they did ban the Karma, which is a very good counter to like, melee tanks and Swain, because it's like she just slows you infinitely and you can't really get through. So that's a good ban from Suny. And then we see the Kaisa pick come through. How do you feel about how I don't really know how Kaisa's doing. Do you know how she's doing in the meta right now?
Yeah, so she actually recently just got some buffs on 14.4. So she is slowly making her way back in, especially with a few of the, item changes. Lethality being strong right now is good for Kaisa. You can still sort of build her a hybrid. I would imagine we'll see her go full AD. Ooh, Hecarim here for the Rams is a nice pickup. I do actually like Hecarim a lot in this game. I think they don't really have any like guaranteed lockdown CC right now, and so Hecarim right now has just free reign to kind of run around and wreak havoc.
Plus,
I,
you Black Shield the Hecarim. Like, what are they gonna do? So
yeah.
they're gonna need some, like you said, they need some burst damage now, I think. But it's
Yeah.
kind of too late for that. Don't they need
Yeah.
a support?
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think picking the Kaisa here absolutely reveals your hand that you're picking a engaged support last pick here. If you go Swain bot, I think it's so bad. I don't like Lilia at all here. I mean, I guess it's like again, it's sort of like decent into the Hecarim. The matchup there is fine. You can sort of keep up with the Hecarim and farm. But in terms of like the 5v5 here, I mean, you're basically relying on Cho'Gath so hard in this game. I mean, the Cho'Gath has to hit knockups. Because the Swain's engage is incredibly slow, incredibly easy to either a dodge or black shield with Morgana. So in lane, the Jinx is basically going to free scale. And I mean, yeah, the Gnar obviously has his Mega Gnar, but it's like super hard to catch people off guard with that. If you can try and flank with Mega Gnar, with a
Yeah.
TP maybe and find like a flash R into a wall or something, before the Morgana can black shield. But I'm always super, super hesitant about drafting in a way where you have no point and click, no way to guarantee and engage.
No,
So
yeah, no point and click stuns really, and
yeah,
it's hard to engage with the Sunni team.
yeah,
However, on the other side, they have Lilia, and Lilia is kind of one of those noob stompers where she can just cause havoc and just kind of annoy the enemy team. And if the enemy team makes a mistake, then she can definitely shine. But I
she
don't know.
can. And I mean, the same for the Rams could be said, right? I mean, they don't have any guaranteed lockdown here, right? But I think it's a lot easier as the Rams to play these fights out if you don't really have, especially if they're able to build a lead early or just go even. I don't think you have to be the one to start the fight. I think it's more on the Sunni team to be the ones to start the fight. But as long as you're able to kill this Lilia relatively early, you don't have to worry about her running around constantly,
Eh, I mean,
swinging her,
fair.
swinging her, her
I
stick
mean,
around. Then I think it's probably fine. It seems it's a strange draft for me from Suny. Like the Cho'Gath Gnar, I think was already spelling out that it was going to be a weird one from the Suny team. Um, and I expect the Cho'Gath is going. I guess it must be going
it's
mid. It
oh
must be
yeah,
going
I forgot. Yeah,
mid, right? It has to be, right? The Swain Kaisa bot. I guess it could be Cho'Gath bot. I would like Cho'Gath bot a lot better, or support a lot better than the Swain.
Hmm.
That would probably be the way I would try and salvage it. I think Swain Kaisa is just so incredibly miserable into Jinx Morgana. That's just coming from like an AD carry player. I would hate to be playing Swain Kaisa against Jinx Morgana. Morgana is like a hard counter to Swain. Like you do not want to play Swain into Morgana. That's like the one champ you would hate because Swain can be a good lane bully into pretty much everything except Morgana. Like you just do not want to play against Morgana. So I'm actually really happy that the Rams picked up Morgana here. It almost forces the Swain to go mid. I mean, if the Swain doesn't go mid, if it goes bot as the support, then I don't know how I don't know how I don't know how they're gonna, stop the Jinx in the later game. Like I said, I mean, I think the Jinx can just free scale here as long as she, Lilia again, not really a high pressure, not really a jungler that you have to worry about early, for early ganks. I mean, she's just a power, power farmer. I mean, once she hits 6, yes, she has a little bit of, with her ultimate. She can, if she is able to land one of her abilities, she can put you to sleep, and then maybe there can be a play to be had there. But again, Morgana Black Shield. I mean, that stops Lilia's sleep. That stops Swain E, the pullback. Even if you hit the initial part of the Swain
Yeah.
E and the Black Shield is late, it will still prevent him from being pulled back and CC'd. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I really think
It's
Morgana is turbo here. And I am a Morgana hater. I do not like Morgana. I hate laning with Morgana. But I think in this draft specifically against the enemy team, I think it is super, super good. So I'm really liking what the Rams have going into
it
this game.
it looks like it's a Nar top, Lilia jungle, Cho'Gath mid, Kaisa Swain bot lane.
Yep.
So we shall see how that goes. I mean, on the other side of you saying like you don't like the draft from Suny, they scale.
They
All their
do.
champions scale pretty hard, except for the Gnar. But I just don't see how the Lilia gets on to anybody on the Rams team besides the Garen or the Hecarim. And then if you're on the Garen or the Hecarim, that's kind of where they want you to be, right?
Yeah. And
So
and I mean the other main issue is that the Kaisa is the only like consistent, or not consistent, but like she's going to be the main damage dealer for this composition, right? If you're able to
right.
kill the Kaisa off the rip, if you're able to find a pick on her, if the Ari and the Hecarim can just push their R buttons, run at her, there's not a whole lot of peel for her. I mean, maybe Meganar, maybe Cho'Gath. Again, those are like very conditional, you know, peel options for the Kaisa. And I just I think that they're going to lack damage, in an extended fight. If the Jinx can play safe, understand, want to be there, understands when he can walk up and hit and when he, needs to play a little safer. Viper can just run around and wreak havoc. I mean, there's nothing that's going to kill this Hecarim or this Garen if the Kai'Sa's dead. So
I mean, and like you said, the Jinx kind of can just free hit. Like if
yeah,
he doesn't make a mistake, like if he plays the spacing correctly, there's nobody that's kind of come out and just assassinate him.
yeah,
He's not going to get flanked. So I think he just free hits this whole entire game. But we shall see how the players play it out. You never know. Everybody's a human.
yep.
People make mistakes, and
And people make good plays as well. I
yep,
mean, yeah.
exactly.
So we'll have to see. We're currently just waiting for the spectator delay. So we should be in game shortly, about a minute 30 left on that. But yeah, I mean, there's not. I feel like we've analyzed the draft to death a little bit. We don't want to, like you said, we don't want to read too much into it. Well, it really just at the end of the day, it comes up to how well each player plays their champion in lane. I'll be definitely looking to see how Pain Remains, especially plays in this first game. I know the last time that I saw him on the Garen, it was a little rough. Now, granted, that was a harder opponent and also a harder matchup, I believe, than the Gnar. Garen into Gnar. Gnar is like
Yeah,
he
it's
kind
kind
of
of
he
like
kind of just
whatever.
tickles you, you know what I mean? Until you get Trinity Force on Gnar, it's like you shrug it off, you know what I mean? Especially if he goes like Doran Shield and he goes Second Wind on Garen, right? You're never dying against Gnar. So you
It's just
should
kind
have a
of
little bit of an
a
easier time.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a farm fest.
Yeah,
So unless he gets a gank or something happens, I mean, there's no setup in the top lane for ganks really, like
yeah,
unless there's a Mega Gnar. But Lilia doesn't really gank early and doesn't have any CC to help. So
yep,
we shall see. I'm excited actually. Like this should be a good game, regardless of the draft. I think both teams have win conditions. They just have to figure out what they are and how to execute properly on them.
yep,
And I mean, this is I think it's like gold plat elo, so you never know what's going to happen, and it's always going to be interesting. That's for sure.
yeah. And I will say too, obviously we're talking about how weird the Cho'Gath Gnar 1-2 is from Suny, but the fact that they picked it early means they've either played it before or they have a plan or something. I mean, you don't just play Cho'Gath mid. You feel like player was a top laner before. He's playing mid lane for this team, or he's just subbing in as a mid laner or whatever. but I'm sure that he on this champ. Knockups is going to be the name of the game for the Rams here.
So I believe, if I remember the Suny scouting report, that they had like 3 top laners on their
Okay.
OP.GG. So that would make sense why he's playing Cho'Gath Lover. I think he's great. But I have played a mid, and it's feast or famine, right? It's like you get some good knockups and then get a kill and you're super big, or you just kind of get outspaced.
Yeah, and I'm already baffled by the rune choices from Suny. It's giving me less confidence in their Cho'Gath against Ari. When are you procking this grasp? You know, the whole idea behind grasp is you're going to be trading heavy, right, into usually into another melee champ, so you're constantly procking it, stacking up that bonus health, especially on Cho'Gath, right? Bonus health is pretty sweet.
Right.
And same with, even more puzzling is the Swain went grasp. The Swain support went grasp. So I don't know if that was intentional. Maybe there's some kind of new tech I'm not aware about, but I mean, I'm pretty, I read the patch notes pretty religiously, and it is shocking to me. That grasp is not even in the top like 10 runes I would take on Swain support. So yeah, I'm very puzzled by this.
Well, there looks like there's no early game aggression. There's just this one ward that's trying to spot out where the Rams are. I think all they saw was the ADC. So they don't really know what's happening yet. And neither did the Rams, though. There's no scouting on the blue side, no wards thrown. Just this one to protect themselves in the tri-bush.
Yep. Actually, it looks like already some trading going down in the mid lane. Good dodge from Grim.
Oh, nice little damage going on there. But
yeah, that's the thing, is that's going to be, until he has boots, to sidestep a little better, the Cho'Gath is going to constantly be looking for the knockups into the grass proc, because it does so much damage. The base damage is quite annoying, in these early levels.
See a little. It looks like the Rams are getting pushed in all lanes, though. Kind of to be expected, to be honest. Except for the Morgana Jinx lane. Kind of expected them to be the ones pushing. But, Jinx is a scaler. She kind of wants to farm.
Yeah, I think it just depends. Oh, and Grim is going to get first blooded there. Like I said, that base damage catching him off guard from the Cho'Gath. Also just the level up, right? Level 3 to level 2 on the Ari. Viper leaving his camp. Maybe going to look for the Cho'Gath here. I don't know if this is a kill. Maybe with the TP. Ooh, good interrupt, though, from the Cho'Gath. He can probably just kite this out.
Yeah, I think he's got flash still. So
yeah, Viper knows.
Viper. Yeah, this has been a reoccurring theme from Viper, and I'm trying to talk him out of it. But like, if you're on your camp, man, your mid laner's dead. Like, yeah. If this guy is smart, if Mr. Pinky on the Lilia is smart, he's gonna come and invade.
He's looking for it, or is he looking for the crab spawn? He's just gonna. I think he's probably just gonna play it safe and get the crab here. Viper, I don't think is going to try and contest. He's going to finish his blue buff, probably go to Gromp next. But yeah, definitely got a little hairy there.
It's still okay. The Ari just has to play it a little safer, and she should be fine. There's not really much the Cho'Gath can do.
Pain looking for, I think the Meganar, though, coming in very soon for Cronin there would have put an end to that play. So Pain smartly backs off.
Here comes a gank from Viper going into the top lane. Sweeps it.
Yeah, really good rage management here, though, from the Gnar. Gonna jump. It gets interrupted, though. I don't know if his Mega's gonna get off in time. Beautiful silence from Pain.
So I did not know. Does the silence interrupt Meganar? Like, if it's up?
Yeah, so the way it works is that he automatically turns Mega after a set period of time. But if you want to instantly turn Mega once your bar is fully, maxed out, you can use any of your abilities to instantly turn into Meganar and use the Mega ability that you, whichever, either QW or E.
Got it.
By using that silence there, it prevented Cronin from being able to press W and get a stun off. And turning Mega, getting that extra health as well. So that was really, really crucial in getting that kill. I think he probably was dead anyways. With the, you can't that's the hardest part. Probably the hardest part that about the matchup is just you can't get your jump interrupted as Gnar. If you get your jump interrupted, you're dead like 9 out of 10 times. You need to hold the jump, wait for the CC. It's really hard to do because you're like, oh man, I'm gonna be so low. But the hop, if you land it on an enemy or on a minion, you get an extra bounce that gives you quite a bit of distance. So if he had just held the hop there, he would have been out just fine. No need to, burn. Well, I think he had already had his flash burned in the previous skirmish that Payne had with him, the 1v1. But
an interesting play by the Rams coming in right now, by the way. You see Huntsy actually super early rotated onto this, they're grubbies, I call them out, but you don't want to throw that Q out.
yeah, and you have to be careful because Grim is being pushed in, no mana right now. I actually don't think the Rams win this 3v3 once the Cho'Gath joins.
We shall see. There's a good Q bind. Grimto's a weird Q, but Mega Gnar is active.
I'm actually surprised that the I'm very surprised they didn't opt into this fight. It looks like the Gnar is like, guys, can we fight? Because I think it's winning 3v4 and now 4v4 with the Swain joining, even though it is a bit late. Viper should be fine here.
Well, Cho'Gath does have R. He could feast him.
Yeah, actually, I think, and Viper knows with the Q coming back up as well.
Yeah, that's it. They got all 3 grubs, and they're gonna get the TP to the wave. Not the biggest of deals. So worth ? I don't know, but
I mean, I like the rotate a lot from Huntsy, right? Like we talked about in this bot lane, going to be very low action. Barring some big mistake from either of these bot lanes, just going to kind of be a farm fest down there. So I do like I think the rotate from the Morgana was great, but I just think you have to be looking mid and seeing that Grim is getting shoved under his tower, no mana, half HP. He's not going to be able to join the fight. And if you have to choose between a level 6 Cho'Gath or a level 4 Morgana showing up, to to even out the numbers, I would pick the level 6 Cho'Gath every time. So a bit unfortunate there for the Rams. I actually think they could win with the level 6 on the Gnar as well. He didn't actually hit 6 in the fight. I thought he would ding over to 6. But if they had hit level 6, I mean, they just hard win that fight. Even 3v4, they hard win the fight with the Cho'Gath. So because the Ahri has no mana. I mean, the Ahri with no mana is basically a minion, a caster minion. Like, what are you going to do? Auto attack them to death? I mean, it's just, you have to have mana to be able to use your spells in that fight. So, but
Viper,
at least they got.
Yeah, I agree, man. But Viper is still not level 6, and he's got 3 camps up. The Rams are looking to contest, but I don't think they can.
No.
But
There's no position.
They do. I mean, they're going. I think this is just an out angle. Just get out, and let them have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they're gonna back up here. It's pretty common to see. Oh, Root onto Hecarim. He should be fine. Everyone else from Suny walked back mid, so not enough damage here. They're gonna extend the fight though. Viper's going forward. He's got to be careful. He's getting extra low. Dodges the W though. That's huge.
Oh, but the big Morgana Q.
Oh, and Flash still burn there from the, should be fine. Good dodge on the seedling. Yeah, they can just kite it out.
You don't know. I think you just back. You don't even want to stay. Like, the jungle's here. The play was actually not bad. Again, 1-for-1. But Viper really needs to get on his farm, man. This Hecarim is a farming character.
Yep. And once you hit level 6 too, it's such a huge power spike for Hecarim because then you have a lot more influence in these fights with your R. So Payne just gonna walk that one out, no problem. I think the main issue with both side lanes here for the Rams is they are. Oh, actually no, Payne is fine. His is I was mistaken. The wave is coming into him, but for bot lane, I'm not sure what happened down there. Maybe they did decide to push it out, but the Kai'Sa with no sums after that fight, yeah, they are pushing it out. But this is fine for the Rams. Kai'Sa doesn't really have anything to do now. She just came back off of that death. So, ooh, another solo kill, though, for the Cho'Gath mid. 3-0 right now is this mid Cho'Gath. So, like we said, this guy obviously is a top laner before and is a Cho'Gath player because he is piloting the matchup pretty good.
Yeah, that's rough because, I mean, Ahri really... I guess it makes sense that Ahri... struggles with the wave clear, and Cho'Gath really doesn't, because he's got the the Vorpal spikes to push it out, and he can just shrug off Ari's attacks. Every minion kill is health, so it makes sense. He's just gonna push kind of into her, and she's kind of useless. But I don't know. I still like the matchup.
Yeah, no, I don't think the matchup is bad for Ari at all. I just think that Ari is very much like a champion that you have to min-max. You know, you need to be weaving in these auto attacks in lane against I mean, at this point, the Cho'Gath is pretty powerful, but early on lane, good charm on the Cho'Gath. Viper getting some good Q.
I don't think
damage,
he can fight.
But yeah, no.
I think Cho'Gath. Oh my gosh, he's got Heartsteel too, dude. He
Yeah.
is full tank Cho'Gath. Oh, barely misses the charm. Needs to get out. Yeah, this is just. I've seen this a lot. Our Rams are not taking fights, but they're going to fights that they shouldn't even be involved with in the first place. Just kind of give it up and get the farm on. You don't need to waste time contesting something that you have no business being a part of.
Yeah, I think the dragon one was a lot more egregious than that. Grubs fight. I think that maybe if the bot lane backed a little earlier, maybe Morgana can roam up and they can try and contest that. Already having those first 3 grubs, but yeah, I mean, the dragon fight, they had no business being there. Especially, typically we just see a trade, grubs for dragon at all levels of play. I mean, in your rank games, in professional play, all the way up and down. If you get the first grubs, typically you're given the first dragon. So I was surprised to see Viper go for that. We're gonna see a play though in the top lane. Nar just gonna help shove this wave out for Pain so he can get it back in.
Another hit by. He's just gonna fit you, dude. Yeah, he's just gonna, dude. Yep. Yeah. He's just gonna feast her. That Cho'Gath is doing work against the Ari.
Yeah, and Viper's gonna go in here. I don't think he has the damage though. This Cho'Gath is monstrously fed. He's got to be careful. Good dodge on the knockup at least. Good dodge on the silence as well. Viper just trying to
get some farm.
Yeah, get the wave in. But yeah.
But
we're at the point in the game now where the Cho'Gath is only going to be able to get killed by the Jinx once she's scaled and gotten a couple items under her belt. It looks like a Kraken Slayer first for her, which is good. I love to see that. She's going to need it against the Cho'Gath.
It's rough. Ari needs all she needs to do. I mean, she's down. She's not even down CS really. It's just kills, and she just keeps on getting picked by the Rupture, which, to be fair, has got a long range.
But I mean, the thing is though, is Ari has W, which gives move speed, which helps dodge it. I actually, if I was playing this matchup, I would have probably gone W first in the lane. That would have probably helped him dodge that first death that he had, because I don't even think he had W skilled when he died the first time. I'm pretty sure he was level 2 and he had Q and E, skilled. So having W, giving that extra move speed, helps dodge out the knockups, as well as Merc Treads are insane this game, right? I mean, especially for Ari because of the double AP bot. We're gonna see a play though. 4v2. Oh, actually, Lilia is joined though.
But they're split. The focus is 2 split. Everybody's on a different target. And that's a big flash Q from Lilia.
Yeah, and that's going to be 2 kills going the way of Suny. I'm actually surprised Wanna Be There didn't die as well. I didn't even see how he got hit by the sleep. I think he just flashed late. Something like that. Going to use the R to try and clear the wave as best as his ability. But meanwhile, Cho'Gath has Demolish, is just knocking on that mid lane turret. And things are going from bad to worse for the Rams here in this game.
Yeah, Garen is... Yeah, I think we're down, except for Jinx. Jinx is actually even in CS, but down a kill. And that's just gonna... So we're behind. But, like you said, we just get the farm. Jinx can free hit if she just plays positionally correct. You don't really need to force anything. But it's gonna be hard.
Well, and at this point, too, in the game, I think... especially for mid, right? We need to see, we're in mitigation mode at this point. You know what I mean? We're not trying to trade with the Cho'Gath. We're not trying to find a pick on the Cho'Gath. We're not trying to 2v2 with the Cho'Gath. At this point, you just get as much farm as you can, try and hold your mid turret as long as you can, and wait for the team fights to fight the Cho'Gath. We're not, I'm surprised he's only down 1 level. It looks like Viper.
Gnar might go for this.
Oh, he is. He's gonna look flash R. That should be at least one, maybe
nice R from the from Viper though. It is death. Pain.
Yeah, I think he gets a kill here. Yeah.
Oh,
think
that's
he's taking
big.
2 tower shots.
No. Okay. That was definitely not worth it. But you know what? Sure.
Hey, you know what? He's playing Garen, man. When you see a low enemy, you press Q and you run at them. That's how it works. You don't have a choice. It's not optional. And he got the kill for his trouble. So you know what? At least that was the first probably pause. I mean, it was technically an even play, I guess, for both teams. But I would call that a win for the Rams, considering how far they are behind. Get some gold into this Garen. He could be a strong point in the game. You know, whether he decides to show up for fights or even just split pushing. The Gnar's, I don't think in the 1v1 the Gnar is going to be able to match him in lane. Maybe the Cho'Gath will be able to, but we will have to see once we get to that point.
But they won't be able to catch him. Like,
yeah,
Aaron can just run away.
Although he did go Conqueror, not Phase Rush this game, so he is a little bit more susceptible to being run down. But even still, his Q cooldown is pretty low, and he can just keep pressing that and running. So that's always an option. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot after that play now. Oh, as I say that, though, Viper
is getting ran at again.
He should be okay, though.
But yeah, I mean, just all the pressure from mid is...
Oh, Grimm's got to be so careful. He's dead, I think.
He's dead, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Cho'Gath is so strong now. He can basically eat any of these champions that are low HP at like half HP. It's just an execute, a half HP execute. Yeah, which is gonna be a problem, I think.
Cho'Gath just got really far ahead, and it's just gonna become an issue, and they can't really do anything about it. They just need to wave clear and not ever fight him. Yeah. The only person that can fight him, Viper. Okay, I was gonna say if you go in on the, oh my gosh, did you see the damage on that tower?
Yeah, because Demolish scales with HP, and Cho'Gath is the HP stacker of all time. So, because he gets it with his passive. Oh, we might see a solo or a double kill. Okay, they got the kill on the Swain 2v2, so that's great. That is great for the Jinx.
But here comes Lilia trying to clean the cleanup crew. There's no ward there.
Yeah, she doesn't have vision at the moment. Oh, actually she does, I think, from the Kai'Sa stayed.
Oh!
Good route, though. This should be a kill, I think, for the Rams. Unless Lilia can run. Yeah, Viper going to go in on that. I like that a lot.
Can you get a black shield? Black shield. Black shield. Where is the black shield? No black shield.
No black shield.
All right. Must have been on cooldown. I'm just going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, that was close. He almost got sniped there by the Kai'Sa W. No AP yet, though, for this Kai'Sa. I think it might be a hybrid build this game from the Kai'Sa. Oh! I think he's
in the
out.
tower. Oh! But, hey.
Yeah.
The farm.
It was close. It was close. And he got a kill on the Gnar. So, you know what? Pain Remains is doing just fine up here in this top lane. And, I mean, the Jinx is strong. The Jinx, especially once she I'm assuming she's going to go IE next. Is going to do a lot of damage.
Let's see what happens here. Oh, the interesting interaction. Viper's just going to try to run at the Lilia. He gets the kill, needs to get out. There's a TP coming through. Probably the Cho'Gath. Oh, it's just Gnar.
Just Gnar.
It's just Gnar.
Yeah,
it's
I think
fine.
The Cho'Gath used that TP to try and save the Gnar earlier when up in top lane when the Garen was able to kill the Gnar.
But you can see there's still life from the Rams. Even, despite the Cho'Gath being 6-0, there's still life coming through. However,
and it's absolutely still winnable too. It's not by any means out of the realm of possibility. It's just the Rams have to fight together, and they need to be looking to protect this Jinx at all costs because she is pretty much the only one that can shred through all this HP on the Cho'Gath.
And we just need to give the drag. Cho'Gath is just knocking down our towers. Either fight or give it.
Yeah. I think the problem is they used a lot on that previous play. I think Viper's ult is back up though, unless the spectator is bugged, and so is Garen's ultimate. So I think this dragon should be theirs with Cho'Gath not having TP in that top lane. I mean, they can see him on the mini map. They just need to be more assertive here.
There they go.
Arm onto the Lilia. She's gonna go down instantly. Big
black shield on the 80 or on the Viper, on the Hecarim. Big fight.
Yeah, and just like that, blink and you miss it, but the Rams are all of a sudden back in this game.
Oh, there's a kill on the Gnar,
Yeah,
pretty
it should
sure.
be a kill, yep.
All right, well, I mean, Cho'Gath, he's just going to take another tower.
Yeah, at this point, there's no reason for Garen to even be looking at the dragon. He should be immediately go. If they lose this tier 2, it's almost, I mean, it's still very worth it for the Rams, but you should not be giving this tier 2. Like,
I mean, a good play all in all. I think, like you said, the ease of initiation by the Rams allowed them to take that fight.
yeah, it was a great combo too. You know, with the Hecarim R over the top of pretty much everyone. Into you know, Hecarim being in the middle of everyone and not instantly dying is what you love to see, especially with his build too, with Profane Hydra. I mean, that just does so much damage.
Whew. I'm so scared for Grim right now.
I think, yeah, I think the Cho'Gath's just gonna kill him.
Yeah, if
He's
he
gonna
stays.
have to. Yeah.
Grim is playing with fire every time he walks up.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, if I'm Cho'Gath, I'm forcing an R from the R here. Okay, now he's gonna run because the Jinx is here.
he's in.
Okay, he walks into the. Okay, we got some CC.
Yeah,
change.
yeah, big CC
doing
change.
damage.
Let's go, Rams. Hey, Cho'Gath is dead. Raid boss down.
There you go. All it took was the
right.
entire team. But hey, it's a shutdown for the Jinx. Jinx can go back to base now. Probably has IE. There it is. So, I mean, she is doing tons of damage now. And, I mean, at this point, too, I mean, because Cho'Gath is, like, an HP stacker, I mean, he'll still build resistances as well. I mean, I would still probably go Lord Dom's third here, but we'll have to see what she goes. At this point, as long as you're able to keep the Jinx alive and up and give her uptime in these fights, you can win the game. That's all you need at this point, so...
Yeah, but they also... Oh, that was kind of scary. I might have gone... If I was Kai'Sa, I might have taken that with an R.
Yep, good flash from Grim. He has to do that. He already burned R in the previous play, so I think if he gets hit by that and slows
you're
him, he's
right.
probably dead.
I forgot he doesn't have R right now. This could be bad.
His R just came off cooldown, so
Oh, okay.
Rams can look to force here.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that CC.
especially with this turret not being not taking bonus damage. The resistances were still
Oh
up.
my
Viper
goodness.
going in.
That's an entire team dead right there. There's nothing that... Is the tower even dead? Oh, it is dead.
Yeah, it did die.
Unlucky. But, dang.
That's
a
absolutely
little-
worth for the Rams.
Yeah, this game is not over yet, guys. We were at 8 kills down. Now we are 3 kills up.
Yep, and the gold is starting to equalize as well. Only about a K down now for the Rams. It's actually unfortunate that there was a bot tier 2, because I think if it's mid or top, you just get Baron here as the Rams. But I think it's a little difficult. They are just going to go for the tier 1. Pain Remain should be completely fine here. I would just turn. He
already tried to turn. Uh-oh.
I think he's going to die. Oh,
I love the team play, though. Coming out.
Good dodge. Mega Gnar
Ultim.
does not have any other ranged attacks.
Nope.
If the pain it
Oh!
out. Oh, what a rocket.
That
too.
Jinx rocket from downtown.
That was insane.
I'm telling, it's just the ease of use by the Rams characters coming through right now.
And comfort as well. I mean, comfort is so important, you know. Like we were talking about, you know, Grim filling in for mid. I mean, I'm sure he's played some mid before, but obviously, like, he's a little bit more. And, of course, Cho'Gath mid is not really a matchup that I'm sure he has a ton of play time against.
Another TP coming through, though. I don't know about this one.
He's got to be careful. Okay, miss knockup, though. This could be good.
That's an execute. Oh, but
you didn't get the R off quite.
It's okay.
Gotta be careful. Kai'Sa
just
joining
back out.
here.
Yeah. Just kind of... Oh, Jinx is in a bad spot, though. This might be really bad. Oh, I like that call to get out of there.
Yeah, Wannabe there needs to be very careful.
Wow, I cannot believe Wannabe and Pain Remain. What is happening in this team fight?
Viper just 1v2'd their bot lane. They're both down, so now it's a numbers advantage for the Rams. Only Grim down for the Ram. You can see Viper calling the charge here.
A big rocket comes in. Yep, there's the execute. But you know what? I don't.
It's okay because now you don't have any threat really on this Jinx at all. Gnar's just gonna go down here. I think Cho'Gath's probably just gonna run away to the safety of his tower.
These fights are insane.
He's got to be careful. Yeah, it's incredibly tense here right now. Every fight is an absolute brawl. Oh, he's gonna try and defend this tower. I think that's a mistake. The tower goes down
that's a big
so fast.
mistake. But There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Wannabe actually tanking the tower for Viper.
Yeah.
Like, that's all right. Cool.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Viper,
Whatever works.
dude, how much gold do you have? I bet you have a lot of gold. You better leave. We've talked about this. All right.
The Hecarim is also just monstrously strong right now as well. With these two items alone, he does so much damage. He has so much sustain. It's just like his abilities are constantly on or off cooldown.
What's the gold button? X? There it is.
There it is. Yeah, yeah. We have shutdowns now on both Viper and on Wannabe. So
Yeah, but Viper's got $1,800 in the bank.
he does need to spend that.
And it's going to be a dragon fight. And I don't think they want this, actually.
It's a little sketchy. It's a little sketchy. Good binding, though. On
Very good binding.
Lilia. Oh, and that's just a dead Lilia right there. Now, as long as the Rams play it slow here.
Another binding. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, these bindings are clutch. Good black shit.
Yeah, this is crazy. The Suny are just overextending a little too far, getting poked down by the Morgana Qs.
And actually, you know, I was saying, you know, Rams play it slow here, but I actually like their decision to fight. Whether it was intentional or not, the Cho'Gath was not there yet, and he didn't. I don't know if the TP was just coming off cooldown or if he didn't elect the TP. But the fact that the Rams decided to, you know, that had the confidence and the, you know, they just took the fight, right? They had the assertiveness to take the fight without the Cho'Gath being there. That was huge. I mean, they were able to get every kill. Only Viper going down. They are looking towards the Baron here. I don't know about this. Lilia is alive, and Viper still has 5 seconds that he is not on the Rift. But maybe this goes unnoticed. There is a big Cho'Gath, and he can eat the Baron.
Yeah, this is a throw. This is a big throw.
This is looking a little sketchy. I don't like it. Maybe they can get it before the Cho'Gath.
Oh my goodness. They don't have vision. They don't have
no
vision.
Yeah, no vision.
Oh my goodness. If Cho'Gath just walks in there, I feel like it's...
He had a blast plant. He could have blast coned over the wall. And
oh, yeah.
So that was a little scary.
The Rams getting away with a robbery, really.
Yeah, a heist.
Heist. Taking that Baron. Now, I mean, the game, I think we kind of called this in draft. Like... I think the Rams comp is the Jinx is not getting touched in these fights.
No,
not once. And while the Cho'Gath put on a great performance in mid, I think it's hard for him to do anything anymore.
Yeah, and they just don't. I mean, the Black Shield just keeps everyone so safe. Especially, I don't know if Huntsy maxed it. He probably maxed binding first, I would guess, but. You know, if you have Black Shield on a low cooldown, Viper is never getting CC'd. He can just run around, you know, crazy and kill everyone. Same with Jinx, right? And Jinx even has a Quicksilver Sash now. Lily asleep, completely useless against her. I mean, there's just the options for Suny are getting less and less as the game goes on. Maybe gonna look for a force here on the Grim.
Oh, I like that Grim. Get the easy binding. Oh, but you're still dead, yeah. Okay, well, flash down from
and ult from Kaisa, so that's pretty big.
Oh, Viper's just chasing a Lilia, and he did not. You know, you could actually
you can immune the sleep, yeah, with the R.
Viper is going hard in the paint. Looks like he's dead because yeah. We need to leave, boys. That was
this is getting a little sketchy now for the Rams.
I mean. She doesn't have sleep. No sleep available.
Oh, and just barely want to be there. Can free hit here. He should free hit. He does so much damage in this fight. He can carry the whole fight.
Holy.
Don't get hit.
Okay, still gets the kill.
Good flash.
Okay. Nice. Kill him. No.
The burn.
Get him. Get him, boys.
Leandre's burn.
Yes.
Oh,
the big ace. Oh, my gosh. These fights are giving me heart attacks.
I know. My heart right now is racing.
But like you said, he's just free hitting. He's 12-1.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
And if he doesn't get hit by that knock up there, he doesn't die and he just kills everyone. I mean, like there's no way to lock this guy down with the Morgana Black Shield and the Quicksilver Sash. The only downside is obviously you can't Quicksilver Sash a Cho'Gath knockup. That's the only thing he's got to be concerned about, and the Black Shield completely prevents him from being knocked up. So.
Does he have Quicksilver Sash?
No, I think he must have just sold it.
Okay. I see. For Ruinans. Got it. not a bad option. If he can just dodge the knockup, like you're saying,
Yeah, he does so much damage.
that's kind of crazy. So win condition found.
Yep.
Jinx hit everybody. And Morgana was a super good pick, it turns out, for the Rams.
Yeah, and Huntsy has been playing right now. My MVP of the game. I mean, it's hard to not give it to Wannabe, I think, because he's been so consistent in these fights and dealing out, dishing out the damage like crazy. And I do think he's been playing very well. But dude, Huntsy is absolutely smurfing on this Morgana. He's landed binding after binding. The black shields in general have been pretty good. I haven't had too much to complain about. So we'll have to see how this game, what the final, the conclusion of this game ends up. It looks like we're getting a fight here in a second, probably for this dragon that might be coming up. I don't know. We don't have timer. It is coming up.
Viper just gets black shielded. There's a TP coming in for the Rams.
Oh, they've got to be.
Ults have been popped, but hey, they just gonna leave.
Yep.
Yeah, Swain ult gone. Not bad.
Pretty good, pretty good. I will say, though, that's probably the most useless ult in the entire game right now. So, still both teams going to be looking to fight this, I think.
Yeah, they're just getting poked, but...
Yeah, just don't get hit by this Cho'Gath knockup. If you don't get hit, the fight is very easy to pilot. Wannabe there, sits in the back, he free hits, he kills everyone. Okay,
Huntsy might be going down, though.
I think he's okay. Cho'Gath's doing a good job.
Yeah.
Though. This might just be a flip. Viper's looking for it. Misses the smite. He is going to go in though with the fear. The fight looks great for the Rams.
I think they just force it because they have that hard engage. And where was Gnar, dude? I did not even know Gnar was missing, to be honest.
Yeah.
And the fight's just won.
Yep, and I think if I'm the Rams here, I'm probably taking this tier 2, I'm taking the tier 3, I'm taking the inhib, backing, looking for a Baron start.
I'm actually surprised the Lilia didn't stay. She was like all the way back at our tier 2.
Yeah.
Bot lane, if she just proxy farmed, she could have stopped this.
Well, I hope the Rams don't try and play for an end here. I think that's super, super greedy. Kai'Sa's up in 8, Swain's up now.
Ooh,
I'd really like to just see them. Wannabe there's looking for the kill in the Lilia. He gets rooted, misses the rocket.
Leave.
Can't
Come
go
on,
in
Rams. Come on, Rams. Oh boy. Yep. Good pings coming out from Rams.
Okay, they want to look. Okay, they're gonna take all the jungle camps. That's fine, and then maybe look to get that top tier 2 as well. I think that's a fine option. The Baron's still not up for another 15. So this is a good choice.
They can't fight.
They need to be careful.
They need to
be
leave.
there is not there. Yeah, he is not there. So they need to run. Huntsy just accidentally auto-attacked the Baron. He's going to die to the Baron, man.
No, he's fine. He's fine. This is the Suny's chance, though. Take Baron.
Yep.
It's time.
This is their last option. They have to force Baron here.
They don't have vision, though. They don't. Oh, my. Did that get sniped? No. Okay.
Which is unfortunate because that's the upgraded scuttle, which actually gives vision of like an area around it. So now they know no one other than, Grim and Pain that were there. No one else is nearby. So Viper has returned though.
We shall see. This is, I think you just send it. They see Cho'Gath mid, just send it.
Yeah.
Right?
But the Rams don't have to do anything here. They've got super minions pushing down the base. Look, they're hitting the Nexus turrets right now. So the Rams can just stall, force. Okay, Viper doesn't care. He's going in. he's going in. RN. Oh, but King Dorito 1v1s the Kites or the Jinx in the back line. They've got to be careful now without their
win condition's gone. Nice.
I think they can still win as long as Viper doesn't go down here. Oh, he's going.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that's not good for the Rams actually. Like, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But, yeah.
It's what, even three for 3.
Yeah.
But a big shutdown for the Kai'Sa, which is scary because she is not at her full power yet. It looks like she's sitting on a arm guard right now. I don't know if she's going to go straight into Zanya's next. It is the hybrid AP build I was talking about. So you go Eclipse first just to get the Q evolve, and then you sort of build like Nashor's Tooth, which gives you your other 2 upgrades. And now she's going to be looking to play mainly as, function mainly as a poke champ. But I mean, you saw 1v1. if she hits a W on the Jinx, she can just dash in and assassinate if the Jinx is not grouped up with her team. So the Rams need to be conscious of that.
Yeah.
They can still. This game is not over yet.
Game is it's just a misstep. If a misstep occurs from the Rams, it can be scary. But you saw, like, even though the misstep happened, it didn't cost them much. It just prolonged the game. But Cho'Gath wasn't there.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, 5v5, I don't think the Rams ever lose. If they can, like I said, if they can keep the Jinx alive, they win the game. It's as simple as that.
And Cho'Gath has been designated to creep clearing duty.
Clear the waves, yeah. But the mid inhib has respawned. Oh, that binding just barely going wide. That binding hits Lilia. They kill her. Free Baron. End game. So we'll be looking. Hunsey is going to keep fishing. Oh, he hits. He does hit Swain.
And
Swain should
Viper just goes in. He is dead.
Yeah, they're just going to full send here. The rest of Suny so scattered. Kaisa by herself. Good stopwatch.
Oh.
Want to be there. Actually just flashes towards the Cho'Gath. Oh, it's a disaster.
They can't kill the Cho'Gath.
No, I don't think they can. Grim is finally getting here, but you have to be so scared now of Lilia and Cho'Gath, I think. You need to just run.
You can't really run, though, because the Lilia...
Oh, the flash R into 3.
That could be the game.
I don't think they can end. I don't think they can end. They don't have a midway. They don't have any waves to push on, but they are going to take the Baron here. Actually, if they're not careful, maybe the minions, the Winions for the Rams can get that tower. It's possible, but I think Swain's about to be up, so. And this Baron take is pretty slow, but they have plenty of time with everyone on the Rams being down for another 10, Jinx being the first one up in 10.
Oh, there goes the tower.
Oh, they did get the minions did take down the first Nexus turret, so that's pretty big. And Kaisa not getting the Baron. They didn't wait a couple extra seconds for her to get it, so. But, we're looking at the positives here. I mean, the gold is dead even. It really is just now down to who fights, who has the better team fight. And with this Hex Tech Dragon, this is Soul for Suny. I'm pretty sure the Rams are going to want to contest.
But they are not back yet. I don't think they get here.
Oh, and the trap's missed from Jinx. She's got to be so careful here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
gone.
they just... That could be... You could still win fights, though. Jinx...
Yeah.
You literally can't touch the Jinx, but fights are much harder now for the rest of the team.
Yeah. And the good news, too, is for some odd reason, Kaisa is building Guardian Angel, even though she already has a Zhonya's. So that means at least her poke won't be super oppressive, which is what I'd be super concerned about now that they have Hex Tech Soul. The rest of the abilities from from Suny don't really matter. Like Hex Tech Soul is that unironically not that good for their team comp. If Cho'Gath hits you with a knockup, you're dead anyways. If Gnar, hits you with one of his big CC abilities, you're dead anyways. So, I mean, maybe Swain a little bit, is going to be a slightly more annoying, but in general, Kaisa W was like the main thing that makes Hex Tech Soul super busted in their comp specifically. So the fact that she's not building an AP item here last to really, ramp up that W damage is a good sign for the Rams. I mean...
She's just worried about dying. I get it, but man, you have Zhonya's, so if you're dead, if you're Zhonyazing, you're probably dead anyway.
Yeah, and I mean at this point, you kind of just need to I'm not even necessarily saying it's like an ego thing, but you guys, they just need to group and play front to back, protect the Jinx, and they win. You know what I mean? It's don't worry about farm, don't worry, let the Ahri side lane, that's fine. Let her push side. Someone needs to be, it can't just be Jinx and Morgana by themselves. They need to have, someone there to sort of face check for them if they're walking in a jungle, or make sure, that the Cho'Gath can't just walk up to them and hit them,
It's too bad they don't have vision on this bush, because they had no clue there was a random Swain there.
Yeah. I think at this point, though, to be completely honest with you, the Swain is by far the most useless member in the game. Oh, Grim's gonna have his ult forced. I think Lilia can maybe chase him down. Okay. Not gonna pursue because the seedling missed. Viper gonna look for an inhib here, actually.
Okay.
TP coming in. That's not bad. That's that's a good look from Viper. Gonna force the TP.
That's actually big because Cho'Gath being able to split and then regroup with a TP is scary.
Yeah, definitely.
They see the Gnar though. That is a good call out from Viper.
Yep. And I think, oh, he's generating his mega pretty fast.
Yeah, but
Gonna
Jinx is
R.
here. Okay.
Yep. This is looking, oh, I don't know. This is a little scary. The Lilia's on the flank. Binding's
Yeah.
gonna miss. If the Rams can make it out here, that's a blessing.
They should... Oh no, I would take that.
Oh, please run, please run. Oh, the traps missed. Thank goodness
No,
the binding
just
is there.
leave.
Just
Just
run.
leave.
Yeah, there's no reason to fight. No reason to fight. No
You got the
dragons are up.
Ari.
Yeah, let the Ari split push.
Don't they have Dragon Soul still and Baron? So yeah, if you just okay, another Ari ult.
Yeah, the ult now is on such a low cooldown for Ari. You can use it pretty much whenever. It's not a big deal.
This is a crazy game that should have. Oh my! There's the poke damage you were talking about. It could have half healthed.
It could have. It could have if she had gone an AP item.
Dude, the Suny is looking
man.
for these fights.
Yeah.
They're hunting.
Because at this point in the game now, any team that gets a full team wipe can end the game.
Yep.
So if the Rams are together, grouped together, and they wipe Suny, they can run it down mid and end the game. Same thing with Suny. So it's incredibly tense right now. This is pretty much the next like fight will determine the game most likely, and it's either going to be at Baron in like a couple minutes or it could be at Elder. We will have to see. I hope it's not because one side gets randomly caught out of position. That would be very unfortunate. Usually those are like the most anticlimactic ways for games to end. You know, I'd rather see a 5v5, both teams duking it out at a dragon or something like that. But
yeah, it looks like both teams are kind of just saying, okay, we're waiting.
Yep.
For Dragon or Baron. Whatever the next team fight is, that's what they're gonna. That's gonna be the explosion.
Yeah, and pretty much everyone is full build at this point. I mean, Ari is pretty far behind, so she's not. But everyone else on both teams, I mean, you still have like one item slot on a couple of these players, but in general, this is as strong as everyone's gonna get. Both 80 carries are at their 6 items, so. Oh, Viper getting pretty aggressive over here.
Little aggressive, yeah. Cho'Gath has got a big flank. Yeah, you just gotta.
Yeah, they do see him though, so they're gonna back up.
I think they're trying to force something. The Rams look like they got a plan. They're doing.
Gonna go top. I actually like this a lot. The Cho'Gath TP is down. You can force top. They just have to be careful about getting sandwiched here because they see. Suny sees that this play is happening. Cho'Gath is making his way up. Good route though. They can shred through him here. Just got to be careful not to get hit by the knockup.
I do not know what's happening. There's so many abilities. Lilia gets a 4-man. Oh, that might be it though. Lilia gets a 4-man. Viper could clean up.
He's got to target the damage dealers here.
You can't move.
Can't move, yeah.
Oh my, that's the game.
And that is it. Actually, yeah. Oh, actually, no, they might not end here because Nard is dead and he's the only one with TP. So it looks like they might just get Baron and then, I mean, they'll still probably get an inhib or 2, but I don't think they can end the game. They will get Elder though, which is, they have Baron and if the Elder just spawns, so that's about as bad timing as it gets. They could just walk Elder, take Elder, and then probably end the game. But they're actually not, right now, not going to, maybe they're going to go for an inhib. I'm not sure.
It looks like it. It looks like they're posturing to end. I mean, there's only 12 seconds left in the game. I don't know what happened to my observer, but I'm good.
Yeah, maybe they do just end here then.
Yeah.
It looks like the call is split though. You can see, look, half the team is going to Elder, half the team. I mean, they do get an inhib. We're gonna see a Cho'Gath TP.
Cho'Gath just TP'd the dragon.
Yep. It is a pretty low cooldown at this point in the game.
Okay, so apparently our spectator bugged out and is no longer in the client.
Oh, are we not? We might not be synced up with the.
We might not be synced up with the spectator. All right. Well, it looks like the Rams lose this one.
Yeah,
I want to have a talk with our spectator real quick, but
yeah, with Elder and Baron, I mean, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion here. I'm assuming next fight will be the last for the Rams. we're watching them trying to clear the mid wave right now, but
All right. Well, with the foregone conclusion of the Rams losing game 1, we'll be right back, guys. Hopefully we can get the spectator thing figured out. But GG's to both teams. It was quite the game.
Everybody go say hi. Let it know he's on front page.
Ooh, what a game. A close one both ways from Suny and ECPI, both fighting to secure that win. We are already in the draft and we are going. Looks like the
Yeah.
Rams are taking the red side this time.
Yeah, we're seeing adaptations here from both teams as well. The jinx being removed by Suny, so the Rams cannot play that again. And then on the other side, Cho'Gath for the Rams took off because obviously that Cho'Gath was a big problem in the previous game. So we're gonna see a first pick Swain from Suny, which
They
I'm a
can
little
flex
surprised
that.
about. They can flex it, but I was not super impressed by the by the. I
Yeah.
mean, I felt like the Swain didn't really do anything at all the whole game. So,
I
but
mean,
maybe they'll flex it.
eventually he got big just because of how long the game lasted, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, the rest of the game was kind of underwhelming.
I mean, I think you only if you're playing Swain, if your intent is to put the Swain in bot lane, you're playing it to be lane dominant. And I think if you're going to do that, you need to either remove the Morgana so that you don't have to worry about it, or well, now you don't have to worry about it because Soraka is picked first pick. But or if you're not, you just need to. The whole point of playing Swain bot is to be a lane bully. So paired with like a Caitlyn or something, something that has a little bit more dominance in lane. But maybe it's a little different this game now that we have Soraka locked in for the Rams. Have to see what their next pick is. They're leaving it down to the wire. The Kaisa actually taken away.
I
Very
kind
interesting
of
pairing.
I like it. I mean, I don't know if I like the pairing, but I like the takeaway. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
you guys played Kaisa, we can play Kaisa too. She's a good carry. Let's go.
Well, and with the Jinx down too, maybe this is a pick that Wannabe, really likes, and is also, what Suny played last game. So maybe it's a bit of a deny as well, a takeaway from the Suny team. But the Draven
That's
going to be
scary.
picked, and that is what I'm talking about. Like, if you're going to pair something with Swain and you want to play at bot lane, this is like the kind of champ I'm thinking. I'm thinking Draven. I'm thinking Caitlyn. I'm thinking something like this. And now I'm very scared for the Kaisa Soraka because they're both like not, the range, Kaisa's pretty short range. And so want to be there is going to need to play clinically to make sure that they, do not get snowballed through bot.
There's the Lilia again, but I don't like this Lilia blind. But hey, that Lilia made some big plays last game.
She did that flash over that wall top side right towards the end there into the 4-man sleep was pretty much the fight. I mean, it wasn't the final fight of the game, but it was the fight that determined the game, right? They were able to get, from that fight, they were able to get Baron, able to get Elder, and then end shortly after. So yeah, I mean, I think Lilia, whenever I play jungle, I permaban Lilia. I hate this champ so much. I think it is like super easy to play. It's kind of like the Yumi of jungle, if you ask me, in my opinion. You kind of just farm mindlessly. You're just super strong. You have infinite scaling move speed. You burn people, you heal while you burn them. You can't unless you have some hard CC to lock her down. It's just like Thanos late game. So yeah,
And
I'm
I
not a
mean,
fan.
she didn't really get punished. I mean, she got punished a lot actually
She
throughout the
did,
draft.
yeah.
But I
Some
think that's just because of the Morgana. Morgana played super well. I don't know um what they plan to do to counter the Lilia, but we shall see.
Yeah. And the karma is interesting here because, it's most likely going mid, I would imagine. And karma is also a great enabler. So, for something like a Hecarim, I don't know if we'll see that again from Viper, but I thought the Hecarim was pretty good last game, made some big plays. It also having Kais on your team makes more sense now with a dive comp, like sort of what the Rams had, right? They had the Hecarim, they had the Ari, want to dive into the back line. The Kaisa can kind of go with them now. So, there's a bit of a theme here going for the Rams. So we'll have to see what the lock-in is here. Rengar banned, interesting. Viper must have been spamming that in solo queue recently.
I know that's a favorite of his in solo queue, just because you can basically turn your brain off and just go hunt people
Oh
down.
yeah. Well, and Rengar's kind of the same thing with like Cho'Gath, right? Like how often do you play against Cho'Gath mid? Not very often. So when you play against a Rengar, you get caught off guard by how much damage she can put out. So Maokai though, that was not on my bingo card. I'm assuming it's
Maokai is very good right
oh yeah,
now,
super good.
but I just don't. The Rams draft is just kind of, I don't know. It's kind of disengagey, but then you got Kaisa.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dislike, I'm just very surprised. I'm assuming this Maokai is going jungle. If it goes top, and then maybe we see like a carry jungle for Viper here, last pick, then, that's a different story. I wouldn't hate that. Maokai is a flex. I mean, you could play him, you know, top or jungle. So,
Asol is another good champion. I think he just got changed recently to stop him from becoming such a late game monster so early.
yep.
But I actually really like the draft from Suny. They have a lot of different ways they can go, and Asol just kind of does everything, unfortunately.
Yeah. Although again, it's kind of like the same thing we were talking about last game. I mean, no real guaranteed way to start a fight, right? For Suny. So, oh, Jack's final pick. Now, is this is this a Jack's jungle or is it Jack's top? And we have Maokai jungle. I don't know. I mean, if I were to guess, I'd say it's Jack's top and Maokai jungle, but I wouldn't put it past Viper to pull out the Jacks in the jungle. I don't know how good it is into Lilia. I'd probably I mean, I wouldn't want to play anything in the Lilia, to be quite frank with you,
Yeah.
coach. Like I said, I'm not a fan.
Though you have the Maokai now to lock her down. She can't really move.
That's true. You press W on her. I'd also love to see whoever pilots the Maokai, regardless of who it is, build what is it called? Anathema's chains and put it on whoever is the most problematic for this Suny team. If the Lilia is the one really, causing issues, put the Anathemas on her. So that way that, the CC is an extended amount of time. If the Lilia is not the problem and it's something else, then put it on whoever it is. We just need to have better lockdown for these for these champs. I think that was ultimately the issue, is that the fights were so chaotic in the previous game that they were having an issue with the problem is when the fights get chaotic, right? That's when you lose, player, want to be there, played beautifully in the early game and into the mid game, got very strong on the Jinx. But once you get into the late game and these fights are so chaotic and you've got people running around like crazy and, and you can't, it's harder to keep track of and peel for your carries. That's when it's a problem. So I do like Maokai a lot. I mean, he's, I think, the highest win rate, at least on it. He was on 15-3. I don't know if he got tuned back a little bit on, 14-3. I think he might have gotten, he did get a little bit nerfed on 14-4, which is the current patch that we're on.
Right.
But yeah, I still think he's super, super strong. Obviously, part of that is because of the flex potential, right? You can play him basically in 3 or 4 different roles, no problem. So yeah, well, I'll be interested to see how this game goes.
Well, they are locked in their champs now. It looks like it is indeed the Jax jungle
Okay.
and the Maokai top.
Okay, I don't hate this from the Rams, but it is super, super, super important that Viper farms. Like, that was what we were talking. If he had been able to hit his power spike earlier on Hecarim last game, not to say that he wasn't incredibly strong, in the mid and late game of the previous, game, but if he's able to get strong even earlier this game, if he just power farms, if his laner if his solo laner dies to something, don't try and salvage the play, just keep power farming, because Jax is, again, one of those champs that, like, the later the game goes, the more insane he gets,
Right.
in terms of, the cooldowns are so low, his counter strike is up all the time. He benefits a lot from the what is it? Is it Spear of Shojin, right? The one that gives you like tons of, ability haste. You can just constantly be spamming your abilities. And yeah, I mean, I think Viper playing Jax makes a lot more sense in my brain. That's where I would have guessed. If you're looking at it, if you turn all the nameplates off, I would guess, Maokai jungle, Jax top. But when you turn the nameplates on and I see Vipers on the team, you got to have him on a carry. You got to have him. It just, Maokai is just not his style. So,
Sure.
So yeah, we'll have to see. I like the direction the Rams went. The comp definitely feels a lot more unified. A lot more. There's much more of a direction this game. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they pilot it.
I mean, besides the Soraka, I mean, it's kind of straightforward. You kind of just go in, right? You got the Karma with poke and shield for the Jax. Maokai throws the ult to lock people down. Kaisa goes in with the R if need be. And I mean, Soraka, I don't know. I think she's going to get assassinated by Set or Lilia, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, the one thing they have to be careful about is, and I'm not sure if the Rams or even Suny is aware of the interaction, but Set is actually has an interesting interaction with Maokai because the R, which is typically the engage tool, that's we're gonna see a lot of fights start off with Maokai R or disengages start off with Maokai R. Um, the set R, you can buffer it so that way either right before or even right as the Maokai R hits the set, he can sort of stand in front of his team, press R on the Maokai or whoever's in front, and not only, block / buffer, prevent himself from getting rooted, but also use that as an opportunity to engage, onto the back line of the Rams. So they're definitely going to have to be watching for that, be super careful about the set. But yeah, I mean, I think if they can pick a target, dive on it, with the Jax, with the Kaisa, we could definitely be going to a game 3 here.
I'm a little more skeptical than you are. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to say anything bad against the Rams. The Suny characters are scary. I just think
They
they're
are.
scary.
Asol is very scary.
You got Draven, who's scary, right? Asol, that's scary. Set's scary on his own. Lilia is scary. I mean, while the draft is solid for the Rams, the damage profile is it's okay. I don't know. It's just it just seems harder to pilot than the Suny characters.
Yeah, it's definitely going to require more execution, I think. I think now this game is going to be more on the Rams to be finding, engages as opposed to last game where they had a little bit more, options in terms of kiting back with the Jinx. Now it's going to be up to the Rams to be finding, a pick onto someone and looking to make plays happen. But I will say, if the bot lane's able to survive, I think that's the thing I'm most worried about, man. Draven Swain against Kaisa Soraka sounds so. How I was talking about last game, where I was saying how I would hate to be a Swain in this game, playing against Morgana. Well, this game is like the chef's kiss of Swain games. You're playing against two fairly immobile, people in the bot lane. You don't have to worry about a black shield. You're playing with a Draven who, deals ungodly amounts of damage. I am super, super nervous for the Rams bot lane. If they're able to weather the storm, make it out of laning phase, I think they can definitely have a good chance, in this game. But I think if Suny is able to snowball through bot with this Draven Swain, I don't think we're going to be going to any 30, 35, 40-minute games like the last one. I think it's going to be so the Rams need to be looking to, they need to pick basically who's their strong side going to be, right? That's the issue, I think, mainly in this draft from the Rams, is they have 3 losing lanes. And as a carry jungler, right, you don't want to have 3 losing lanes. You need to have a strong point of the map. Viper needs to pick now, basically. Who is he going to be playing towards? You can play towards the Karma here if you want. I mean, Karma's not like a monster scaler, right? But you're probably gonna have more luck in mid with the Karma, setting you up as opposed to the bot lane. I think it's gonna be a lot harder to 2v2, 3v2, or even 3v3 in the bot lane. With the champs that are on that are in this game, but and obviously Maokai is not exactly a strong side champ. But I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? Viper is playing Jax, and I've never seen. This is the first time I'll be seeing him play this champ, so. It'll I think, again, my big catalyst for this game is going to be up to Viper to make some plays happen earlier in this game, and also I need to see him accelerate his game. Worry less about what the rest of the team is doing. I need to see him power farming. I need to see him making plays that are efficient, that are going to get a kill or at least going to influence a lane to help them push out a wave or, get a massive advantage, get a ton of turret plates, something like that. You know what I mean? He can't be wasting time like we saw a few times, in the last game. I think that was just stunting him a lot. So,
yeah, I would be so scared right now as wannabe and Unsee that I'm getting cheesed, but it looks like they're just going to go for the push.
Yep, they are. Yeah, if Draven and Swain had been sitting in that brush, they're probably just dead. So just a quick look at the runes while everyone's getting into lane. A lot more north. That was definitely a misclick from the Swain last game going grass. There's no way he meant to take that. we're looking a lot more normal in this game. Some heavy trading top lane. Pain needs to be a little careful here. He's got... Oh, and that is a very early first blood in the top lane. I think he was expecting that he would be fine with the phase rush. He was just looking to proc that against the set and get out. But yeah, the set damage is scary, especially with a D-Blade start here. You have to respect it. And again, we're going to see a heavy trade.
But that's right there. You see from Maokai, that's what the idea is. Like, he goes in on you, you push Q, you backs him away, you heal. There you go. You heal through everything. And yeah.
Yeah, the main issue is if you wait to Q after the E happens, you're already too late. Because even if you knock set back, the animation will still play and you'll still get stunned. So you have to be proactive with your Q. If he is looking to get too close, and he needs to hit 3 now. If he doesn't hit 3, he's dead. Yeah, he's dead.
He might be dead.
Might trade one for one. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good dive actually from the top side of the map for Suny. The waves is under the Rams tower, so we're gonna lose some CS. Oh, taking a tower shot, and forces the TP. So it's in theory that is a good dive from the Suny players.
Oh, good trade here in the bot lane. I like that they're
Soraka.
Good root as well. Maybe, like I said, hey, if the Rams bot lane is able to just outlane here. Oh, and by the way, we completely missed it, I think, because we were fast forwarding, but it looks like Viper made a play down in the bot lane. He is up a kill here. So he must have made an early trip down to bot lane. They were able to get a kill on the Swain. So we're actually 2-2 for kills right now. So the Rams fighting back. This Draven's gonna have to base here. He can't stay in this lane, and this is good. If the Rams just hold this wave, they have a nice little freeze. Look at that, it's beautiful. It will eventually slow push, but if Wannabe just last hits here, Draven is going to lose so much, and he did complete his back, so that's really, really good already for this bot lane. You know, and because that's what we were saying that we were the most worried about. You know, this Asol is going to be, you know, he's a scaling champ, right? We're not too worried about him early. But this bot lane is really the point of the map that you have to be the most careful about early on in this game.
Yeah, I'm still scared. Oh, looks like a gank attempt. Success. It could be successful.
I don't think.
That's not bad, though. Not bad. That's a lot of damage on the Asol. And he's got very little mana. But we can see. Oh, I don't think Viper actually knows this is happening until right now. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Maybe he knew not to go.
Good restraint. Good restraint if he was aware and chose not to go, because the set was there and the set is 2-0. Now he hasn't backed yet, so at least he doesn't have any items. But yeah, I mean, this set is already looking. He's just hit level 6, and he is already already a problem in this top side.
Without items, even the set can just kill you.
Yeah, his base damage is crazy.
He's got that. I think it's a Q. I'm not sure. The autos, the empowered autos, are just do so much. Viper down low, looking for a gank. Not gonna happen. Protects the ward.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Looks like a big bot lane. It looks like they're going for dragon here. Rim's just gonna start it up.
Yeah, it should be free because you just saw jungle top. Actually, they're gonna opt for the play instead.
Yeah, Draven's a little caught.
Yeah, I like this choice as well.
Okay.
This is fine. This is fine. The Draven has flash, so they choose, instead of trying to overcommit on the Draven and not get any kills. Draven's walking up, though. He can probably just die.
He actually tries to heal, but heals a little late. Yeah, good play by the Rams. Get out while you can. Take the win.
Yep. Good target selection, too. Like, I think it's smart to go on the Swain. You know he's flashless from the previous play when Viper came down and got the kill. So just smart to go on the Swain there instead of Draven, because if Viper, right, if he jumps onto the Draven there with his E, with his counter strike, and the Draven flashes out of it before he gets a stun off, they could both make it out alive. So I think it's smart for them to just commit.
Grim's leaving the fight though.
Yeah, and Hunsey is very low. He is going to go down to the Asol.
Viper almost. Wait, he did miss the smite.
Yeah, that is disaster. At least want to be there, gets the kill on the Asol, and it should be out with his life. But Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a miscommunication there because Grim was already making his way back to mid lane.
I think he was told. I'm pretty sure he was told to go mid.
Yeah, they probably thought they weren't going to contest because that was a pretty late contest from Suny there, so probably caught the Rams off guard a little bit.
Yes, I agree. Oh, that's a sad misstep by the Rams, but it's 4-4 now. I'm still scared of the dude.
Yeah,
I'm always
this
scared
is-
of Set. Set's
Yeah,
just
and he's freezing the wave too. I mean, this is absolute nightmare scenario for Payne in the top side. I mean, he can't even walk up to shove this wave out.
he's got the little sapling.
And it's Bork set as well, which is like it is like the worst item to build in terms of like playing set as a team, you know, as a team fighter, but in terms of this 1v1, it is, oh my goodness, it's just so annoying. Like playing a tank and the top laner builds Bork, I mean, it's so miserable.
Yeah, I mean, Payne's being respectful, knows that he's probably dead if he steps up.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, the best thing you can do here as Payne is just try and soak as much XP, get as much farm as you can without dying. Because at least, you know, when you're playing a tank, at least, oh, Grim, gotta be a little careful here. He should be okay.
dang, that damage on Aceful is insane. And the crazy thing is that Aceful can get out because of all the utility. Dude, it's so crazy, the utility. Oh! The Jax.
Nice, yeah, the
Jax.
Yeah, that W damage, man. Again, it's something. If you don't play, like if you're not a top laner, right, and you don't play against Jax regularly, you're not expecting that W damage on the auto attack. It is so crazy, especially and he's
greedy though.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's okay. You gotta play it.
You gotta play it.
Going to probably miss, but the issue is with your top side getting smashed this hard. I don't think you. Oh, actually, as I say that though, Payne I think maybe rooted him under tower, took a couple turret shots. They can maybe contest this now.
He gets the heal off. The call from both teams. Okay, nice flash. Karma's on the way. Good shield by Karma. Misses.
Oh, the Q misses though. The roots, it does go off. But no vision. They don't have vision. And Payne already used his ult, so he's going to be able to make her way out. It looks like 5 grubs were secured. Big root there from the Swain. I think they're okay, though, in the bot side. But yeah, I mean, that was almost a kill there for the Rams. We're going to see an ult. I don't even think the set needed to flash there, but is going to flash just to make sure he secures that kill. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that you know, I respect the attempt there from the Rams, but it's so difficult with your Maokai.
I mean, this Acel is a little out of position. Yeah, that is a really good call out by the Rams.
Yeah, he was getting way too cocky there in their jungle. But yeah, I mean, I think in general it's just too difficult to try and contest these grubs with your top side. You know, looking the way it is. I think the set as well, you know, they haven't been able to get the shutdown on him yet, but the fact that he's looking for that kill under the turret, you know, makes me think that there will be an opportunity in the future to get the shutdown on him. Because you do have to respect the CC from this Maokai. I mean, we saw the same story last game, right, with the Cho'Gath. You know, yes, he was like 5-0 and monstrously fed and had so much HP, but he chained some CC together and let the AD carry free hit. Who, by the way, wannabe again, looking really, really good in the spot lane. 3-0 already on the Kai'Sa, has the Eclipse. Working towards the Nashers, I would imagine, next.
Looks like the lanes are kind of just stale now. I mean, Suny, again, I'm kind of scared for the Rams because Suny scales super hard. The Acel is just so easy to pilot. You just throw the big giant AoE in the middle of the team fight and you're dead.
Yeah.
So,
and if you hit in the center, it stuns as well.
Yeah. And Set is womboing you on top of that.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, it is not going to be easy to, Oh.
Okay. I respect that. That was cool. Just getting the ward.
And I mean, I'm really glad that Viper is doing this, that he's applying this pressure bot lane, because this is what's allowing Wannabe to, you know, to really push his lead and his advantage. They actually might have a kill here on the Asol. Yeah, they're gonna look for it. I think Root. Yep, Root's gonna interrupt the jump. Viper should have the kill. Grim's gonna clean it up.
And they were so worried bot lane about the potential gank coming through the tri-bush that they did not react.
Yep. And that should be a free Drake as well. Now they just need to be careful top. Pain remains, should be just fine with that phase rush.
Yeah, unfortunately for Pain, he's playing weak side. He's just got to chill.
Yeah. And I actually really like this Karma pick, I think, this game. You know, the more I think about it, right, Grim was playing support before, so he struggled a little bit on the Ahri last game. Let's put him on as a champ that he's more comfortable with, right?
Uh-oh.
The double sleep, though.
But, hey, Jax can kill him.
Yeah, Soraka is going to get a fat heal.
Yeah.
Swain is flashing in, but, I mean, unless the Draven's able to get some of these kills.
There you go, Wannabe. There you go.
Yep, okay. Nice counter-strike.
And that is a aggressive Suny attack, but the Rams were able to weather it. Unfortunately, Set is just dominating this poor Maokai at the top lane.
Yeah, that is the only downside here. Is that the Set is gonna be a little strong.
Okay. Under tower rooted. Oh my gosh.
I think that's another kill. Yeah.
Wait.
That looks super weird in the spectator too. It like glitched out when he got rooted. He was rooted in one spot, but then once the root ended, it almost like snapped him back to where he was flying or something. But still took that second tower shot, so no problems there.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, there's a lot of life coming from the Rams, even though I still think it's going to be hard. But, hey, misplays are happening from the Suny team, and the Rams are capitalizing.
Yeah, and of all the champions that you know, for them to be behind, right? Maokai is, as sad as it is, he is the weak side king, right? Like if you want to have, if there are any,
use your ult. Yeah, big ult for Maokai potential.
I think he's waiting. He's sussing it out a little bit. They don't want to overcommit. The bot lane's gonna has the first move though. Draven's still walking the lane, but I think this Rift Herald will be dead. Ult, oh, and the smite goes the way. Wow, Pinky even flashing for it. Big Asol ult though is gonna cause some problems. I think. Viper's committing though. Oh, he's gonna get ulted away. He's doing a lot of damage though.
Yeah.
And I think he lives.
Oh wait, Kai'Sa just hit the W. Flashes on her. Hey, that's a win.
Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, time to get out.
yeah.
Oh,
you absolutely
looking for
take
more.
That.
Okay, Viper is a little late on the timing on his counter strikes, but he's still getting the kills because of Karma.
Yeah.
The Karma is really making Jax able to do some things in this matchup.
Yeah, and Karma really is, like sort of what I was saying earlier, the perfect champ here. Just because Grim, a support player, right, who's playing an enabler for Viper who loves to play carry champs, and they're just going to dive this Draven under turret, which I love. Yep.
Yeah.
This should be a free kill. Maybe? No.
That's really sad.
Okay, they're still going to get
He just steps into it. You know, that's fine. Real quick, purely, let's switch spectators to the other.
Sounds good.
I think we're a little bit off on the stream, so we're gonna switch.
a little bit ahead of the stream, so let's adjust it here. But yeah, I like that play. I honestly think that was just a free kill, just a little bit of misexecution there in the mid lane. But I like that the Rams are looking for plays like that. You know, you want to be pushing your advantage here. You don't want to just sit back and let this Asol scale, let this Lilia scale. You know, Set will fall off, especially with this build. So I like that they're pushing their advantage here.
Okay, well, it's still last game. It was the mid lane having a bad game. This game we have our top laner not struggling a little bit, but it's a team game. So you can see, even though we're struggling in lanes sometimes, I think the Rams are actually playing it better as a team.
Yeah, definitely. You're seeing them, you know, they're making their way together to fights more. You know, it's less split up. You know, the skirmishes that are happening, I feel like I'm seeing more of the Rams players contributing, so it's always good. I think this Rift Herald will take down this tier 1. But Viper's making his way down mid. Should be able to stop this second charge, hopefully. I don't think they're going to try and go for a second one, but yeah, you can see with the 6 grubs taken there for Suny, all those grubs running towards that tower. Oh, actually. Oh, okay, he managed to loop it back around, but they can maybe punish this ace hole. He's going to drop out pretty close. Yep, we're going to see the engage from the Maokai. Good W into the Q knockback. And sets down. Big shutdown. Viper in the back line. He is somehow still alive with the Soraka healing doing work here. And that sleep is going to be big for Suny.
Yeah, a big sleep. And it's going to allow the Suny players just to run forward.
So all in all, 3 for 2.
Perfect. Good zoom out by the camera person.
Yeah, these grubs though are going to put in work on this tower.
We don't have our wave clear up, which is a problem. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Kaisa, this is her weakest point, is dealing with big minion waves at this point in the game. That's why the build used to be static Shiv first item before they absolutely gutted that item.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of AD carries that struggled with wave clear were just building that, especially champs that were going hybrid builds like Kaisa. You just build Shiv first.
Looks like an Eclipse first. I actually don't know the build for Kaisa at all anymore. It's taken so many changes lately.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's more of a lethality build now with AP.
Yeah, so you just go Eclipse, because Eclipse has 70 AD on it, you get your Q evolve like pretty early. So you just go Eclipse first, it gives you like the lane power and your Q evolve, and then you just curve into AP. It's going to be Nashor's 2 second, because that gives you your W and your E evolve with the attack speed and the AP. So at 2 items, you can have all 3 of your abilities evolved, which is super, super strong.
That is kind of insane, actually, because I've played Kaisa, and I'm like, I'm not versed on the champ, like super versed, but every time I'm playing her, I'm like, when do I get my evolved forms? Because I'm on 3 items, and sometimes I'm like, okay, do I get my, where's my 3rd evolved?
Yeah, and the nice thing is Eclipse is like 2,800 gold, I believe, so it's pretty cheap, like very efficient item. In terms of stats, they're going to make a play on this top side towards set. Oh, good flash, though, and that should be the end of that play.
I mean, hey, that's a good thing to have off the set. This set is shown that he knows how to pilot the champion.
Oh, yeah.
Doing the flash, I think the flash W.
Flash E.
Flash E.
Well, flash W for the kills on the Maokai,
right.
Yeah. We're going to be looking for the flash. They've got to be careful of the flash E for the engages, because, again, set is going to be probably their main form of engage, apart from a big sleep, but we're going to see Pain going in. Good Maokai R.
I'm actually surprised he didn't use it earlier, but hey, it kills a kill. And,
I think maybe the call was not, I don't think they were initially planning on fighting that, but then it sort of ended up, he was forced into a fight there, so.
The Rams are dodging for their lives in the bot lane. And meanwhile, Grim is going to be facing the Lilia, trying to get away from her. I don't think he can.
No, not against Lilia.
Oh, but the bot lane gets a kill.
Yeah, big shutdown on Draven. He's going to lose all his stacks as well. I believe the last time he cashed out was at around 50 CS. So he had been farming for a while there, and he just lost... I guess you don't lose all your stacks on Draven, but he just lost a big chunk of stacks, which is huge.
It's still, this game is so hard to call. Like, the Rams are playing super well, like, team orientedly, but whenever it seems like the Suny players have a little bit of an edge when it comes to the 1v1s. Yeah, and it's also their champions though too. They want to take those skirmish 1v1s.
Yeah, because definitely I think team fight 5v5 again, the Rams are going to have the edge.
Oh, I might just send it on that dude. Asol, man. You're
most interactive Asol gameplay right there.
Yeah. I think if Maokai had ult, the Asol's just dead. But he did not.
I think they were a little nervous to pull the trigger just because they didn't have vision of these side brushes. They didn't know who else was nearby. But wow,
Maokai now has ult.
A lot of damage.
Maokai has ult. They could look for that. They could definitely look. I want him to look for it, kind of. Yep, ult.
Yeah, we're gonna see a TP.
Pain, ult.
He's thinking about it. There he goes.
There it
Maokai
goes.
is out. That should catch at least one, maybe
Doesn't
two.
catch the Draven though. But hey, the Draven being out of the fight is a good thing. Kaisa blows up the support again. But
Oh,
here we
two-man
go.
sleep. Kaisa
Yeah.
is going to go down here. It's a big shutdown for Lilia.
This is super scary. Oh, what a flash. We get the set is dead. That's the carry right now.
And
If we can get
Viper
onto
is
this Draven-
monstrous
Oh.
on this Jax.
All right. Good fights. Again, these fights are
So tense.
so tense. Yep, good.
They can maybe look here if Viper might. I think he's thinking about a turn. Yep, they're gonna look. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Bane said, no, not today, not today.
Hunsey is like, look, guys, listen.
And I actually think it's the correct call. I mean, dragon spawning soon. You want to try and get a.
Oh,
Hunsey's gonna
no.
get canceled.
But you can heal Hunsey.
Yeah, he shouldn't die. Okay, I was about to say that would be crazy if he died to that. And he should still be okay to get his base off and get back to this fight in time. But I think we're about to see a big fight here at this dragon.
I wish we were all in sync. The Rams, Viper's still farming. Kaisa's still out on the map. I don't know what the gold is. I think Kaisa got her shop off.
Yeah.
But man, this is a tense game. Another intense game.
Very, very tense game. And ultimately, it's just really going to come down to who pilots these fights better. I mean, I think, the strong point for the Rams right now is this Kaisa.
That
but-
both teams are in the bushes.
Yep.
Wait, the Rams kind of showing their hand a little bit. Dragon's up. They don't need.
They don't, but they don't have vision of this Baron right now. So they're nervous that while they go and take the Dragon, Suny's just going to start the Baron. And I think they're maybe calling their bluff, but Suny doesn't care. They're just going to start the Baron.
I'm kind of okay with this. I mean, it's a trade. Both teams respecting the other team's ability to take a team fight here. And
Yeah.
hey, the Rams had the mid shove, so
I think the only issue with this play is that it's just way better for Suny. I mean, if this was like the third or Soul, if this is the third Dragon or Soul for Rams, then I understand the trade a little bit more, especially because it's Infernal Soul this game, which is incredibly powerful. But the fact that it's just the second Dragon for Baron trade, this is going to be a big gold influx here for Suny.
right,
big
because the
power play.
Baron doesn't the Baron give you like 300 gold per person?
Yeah, everyone that's alive gets 300 gold, and then you also get the stats as well from the. It's going to allow you to push and get that standing gold on the map as well. I don't know where they're going to look. All the tier 1s are down here for the Rams, so we'll have to see if Suny wants to try and pressure any of these tier 2s with this Baron power play. Actually, the tier 2 is down too. I forgot about that off that previous Rift Herald play. So they're probably going to look. It looks like Lilia is already pushing that bot wave. They're going to try and get this tier 2 bot, but she's by
Looks
herself
like-
right now.
Yeah, Maokai is going to go in here. Oh, he doesn't get. I think he misclicked. I think he was in range, but he's got ult, guys. I think
He does,
yeah.
but the issue is if you rip ult, the Acel just flies away from you. So you kind of,
True.
he's trying to look for the W to secure, because if you hit W first, right, you guarantee the R route.
I don't know about this fight. Okay, they isolate Lilia, but she's going to sleep everybody. Maokai does
She
work.
only hit Viper somehow, though.
Yep.
Oh, now the sleep going off, though.
We're
Hunsey down.
We're missing the karma.
Yep.
There's the karma. I can't tell what's happening, but I think the AoE is just a little much from Suny.
Yeah.
We weren't together. It's a 5-man stack, and we were just running at the Lilia, who's super fast, and we're not able to get away.
And this is really dangerous now, because we got 30-second timers for everyone on the Rams, and they have 6 grubs and Baron. So
Yeah.
they could actually play for it at minimum 2 inhibs here, I think is doable for Suny.
And Suny actually spawns the grubs when they hit the tower. So
Yeah, everyone on the
Yeah.
team. So it's like a cooldown thing. So each individual person can spawn 2 grubs every like 10 or 15 seconds, I think, when they hit the tower. So now they do decay over time. Like they're not, they don't last forever, but
yeah, I know. But it's just the fact that you can take a tower without
Yeah.
having to,
to have a full minion
Yeah,
wave.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the grubs take like 2 or 3 tower shots.
Yeah, they're incredibly effective at pushing, and that's why getting 6 grubs is super, super strong, especially if your team, if like one of your weaknesses is being able to siege, like having those grubs. Because I would argue that the siege is not that great
Right.
from Suny, right? They have a lot of short range or melee champs, so like Asol terrible at sieging, or not terrible, but you know he's not great. And Draven is like okay, you know he hits the towers pretty hard, but you just always have to be careful when you're sieging turrets, even though turrets don't do a whole lot of damage in the in the current meta. I mean, you still can't just full disrespect dive an entire enemy team under their turrets. So.
Yeah, you see the Rams. I mean, I wish this is how they were playing when when the opponents had the Baron buff, but now they're a little scared because they lost a fight, and the gold is pretty much on the Suny side here. But hey, it's not over yet.
Oh, that's scary though. They might pull the trigger. Nope, not going to.
Maokai's looking for a flank ult here. Here it goes. I think. Oh, I think he gets caught by Set or Swain on the side. I would just ult. Honestly, I just ult the. There's way oversteps. You can just ult them. There it goes.
Yeah, yep, there it is. And I like good timing.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite catch the Asol, unfortunately, but this Lilia should go down.
She does. Set gets a big wombo. He gets out, and
oh man,
the Asol is just going to do work right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
rough.
right.
I think that's gonna be it, unless Wanna Be There can clear. I mean, they don't have Baron buffed minions at least, but yeah, they're TPing already. I didn't even see the super minions hitting the Nexus turrets.
That is a rough way to go out. I mean, I like the he can't move, but he gets the kill. I actually think that Wannabe, if he gets his health, can stop.
The only issue is he doesn't have R.
Yeah,
so as soon as he steps up here, the Cynic's just gonna do set things.
GG. A very close series from the Rams and from the Suny Cardinals. GG's. We'll be right back.
Everybody go say hi. Let him know he's on front page.
Oh, welcome back, guys. The Rams unfortunately get defeated by the Suny Cardinals tonight, making the Cardinals 3-2 and the Rams 2-3. But purely, what do you think about the matchup tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I thought both teams played, very well, played to their strengths. I liked the drafts, honestly, both games from the Rams. I think ultimately it just came down to, the execution. There was a couple times the execution wasn't quite there. And it wasn't even necessarily like that they didn't have the right idea, but it's just in league, it's one of those games, man, where you make one crucial mistake, right? All it takes is one mistake, and that one mistake costs you a fight. That one fight costs you a Baron. That one Baron, it just everything snowballs in this game. So you really have to be looking, to make, like we were talking about, we're like, when are they going to look for the TP flank? When are they going to look for the Maokai R on the mid wave, right? You've got to sort of pick your moments, right? You need to find plays when you have the opportunities. And if you're unable to find those plays, right, just going to slowly start to bleed out. And I mean, Wanna Be There was strong, right? But he's playing Kaisa. And if no one is there to sort of start up the fight for him, if no one's able to, take the initial, take the initial leap, jump into the back line, find some CC for him to R2 or at least tank, front line for him. They didn't really have a true front line that game apart from the Maokai, but a lot of times we were seeing the Maokai sort of burn his spells, you know, and then he might have found, he can find a good engage, but he phase rushes out of there because he's 1 HP. And, that's just the uptime is not, that's the issue with the champs that Suny was playing in both those games, like Swain and Lilia. Just like slowly drain your HP away. You know what I mean? It's the most, because they heal, right? While they're draining your HP. And so it's just a tank. It's a tank's worst nightmare to play against champs like that.
And unfortunately, purely, I kind of know the mindset of the Rams going in. I had them have it come up with a team comp, is not a team comp, but like an identity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
and the identity was there from both games, and I give them full credit. That was I like that each team comp that they drafted had an identity. They knew what they wanted to do. Unfortunately, I think the way Suny drafted it just kind of like it kind of countered what we wanted to do. You know, Swain is like a no-go button. You don't get to come in here. And
Yeah.
then Set and Lilia, they're kind of like, hey, you guys don't get to come into our team unless we want you to. But and that and I think the ideal team comp to counter that is just kind of you just poke them, right? You just kind of have poke and you keep poking and poking until they can't stay there anymore.
Yeah.
But that's not what I told the team to do. I told them to stick to their guns, get the identity that you want, and they did. I liked game one a lot.
Yeah.
Game one was great. I thought both teams played well, and I actually thought the Rams had game one, despite they were down early and they were going to win. I think they just misstepped once, and game was over.
Yep. And sometimes it just comes down to that one fight to make or break a series, make or break a game, and ultimately that's what it came down to tonight. But
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that pretty much concludes our stream for tonight. So we thank you guys so much for tuning in. And Coach, do we have any more games coming up soon on the stream?
Thank you for reminding me, Purely. Actually, Monday night we'll be back to our Super Smash Brothers. Our team is doing very well in that bracket, and they will continue to do well. I assume we're coming off of a loss from last week, but that is their only loss. So stay tuned on Monday at 8 for that. Wednesday night, I believe, will be Rocket League, also at 8 o'clock at night. Those guys are, I believe, 5-1, 4-1. So they're doing well. And then Friday night we'll be back here, but it won't be League of Legends. It'll be some Call of Duty action. So make sure you guys tune in, support. Thank you for supporting the Rams. We'll be back with the same schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every week until playoffs. And thank you for joining me, Purely. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure was all mine, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you for being here. You guys have a good night.
What have we